our special guest for today, Brad Sugars. Brad, welcome to join us.
Thank you, Patrick. Good to be here with everybody today.
I think everybody knows you. You're the founder and chairman of Action Coach, the world's largest and best business coaching franchise with more than 1,000 offices in more than 50 countries. And your vision is to create world abundance through business re-education. And this webinar allows people that are here right now live to ask any question that you have, that you want, to Brad Sugars. So feel free to shoot off your questions right here, right now, and Brad will be very happy to answer them. And first question here from John in Las Vegas. Brad, how did you start with your vision? Where did you get your vision for your business from?
Vision really comes down to a combination of three things. Firstly, it's what it is that you are, what you enjoy or what you're passionate about. So, things that you find fun, things that you find exciting. For me, I really enjoy business. I really enjoy teaching. So, obviously any vision of mine or anything that I want to achieve would have to include both teaching and business. So that made sense together. The second thing that you look for in a vision is a need in the marketplace, a need for something. For me, I could see business owners struggling. I could see business owners not knowing what they were doing, working too hard, going bankrupt, that sort of thing. And that was, something that absolutely sat down and said, hang on, that doesn't work for me. I love teaching and I love seeing people succeed. So, my vision had to find the need, which was obviously helping business people to succeed. And then third thing that a vision has to be based around is, I like to think of it as like the guiding light or the 100-year principle. It's got to be a lot bigger than you. Too many people set their goal based around themselves. There's basically three levels of goal setting. There's the negative goal setting, which is an away goal, which is I don't want to be broke or I don't want to be overweight. I want to lose weight. It's about, I don't want to be working that many hours. The second type of goal is a positive goal where it's actually based around achievement. So instead of I don't want to be working that many hours, it's I want to be working 5 hours a day, 4 days a week. Or I want to be, instead of I don't want to be overweight, it's I want to be able to run 10 miles 2 times a week, or something that's a positive towards goal. The third level of goal is basically where we sit down and say, you're putting something together that is far greater than you, something far bigger than you, and at that level you're building something that is more like a vision. At this time, it's about leaving something behind. We call it a legacy goal. So the legacy goal is about actually building something that is greater than you. So a vision must have your passion, it must have a need in the marketplace, and it must have some sort of a legacy. It must, achieve something. There must be things that people get excited about. I always teach business owners that if you can't come up with a great vision for yourself, start with a very simple one. And the simple one to start with is I want to build the best, whatever type of business you're in whatever area you're in. So it might be I want to build the best landscaping business in Las Vegas type thing. So that would be the starting point of vision. 3 things, and make sure that it's, bigger than you, I guess, is the simplest thing to say. It can be achieved, but maybe not even in your lifetime.
Thank you, Brad. Next question from Jonathan. What were the challenges that you had throughout the years as a coach? And maybe a suggestion from me, let's just pick one to keep it short.
Dang, yeah, how many lessons are there? Every day there's another new lesson. But look, when you sit down and you take a look at the big lessons, I think as a coach, or even as a business person, it's about, if you build a great team, they'll build a great business. And that starts with you. You've got to build a great business owner. You've got to build a great entrepreneur in yourself. As you become better at business, you build a better business. It's too many business owners I see that are just too lazy in the learning department. They're willing to work really hard all day, every day, but they're not willing to learn. And it's that lack of learning that leads to more work having to be done rather than less work having to be done.
Thank you very much. A question from Josh, also into marketing. When you were younger, Brad, in your early 20s, start of your business career, did you ever feel guilty when you weren't working on your business? And Josh finds it hard to switch off. And how did you overcome that?
You know, I think there's three things in that. No, I didn't feel guilty. Guilt is a very strong word. You know, I was so passionate about my business. I worked as often as I possibly could. At every hour of the day I was awake, I wanted to be working. I didn't have a desire to do much more than work. And I hear people talk about having balance in your life. Well, to me, life was balanced. I was doing what I loved doing. You know, people wouldn't be upset if what you loved doing was you know, doing a sport of some sort. They'd be fantastic if you were doing it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't think that's a negative in any way, shape or form. In fact, I think it's a positive. So the only way young people get ahead is to put in an obscure amount of time. Do you think Tiger Woods actually spent a little amount of time practicing golf when he was young, or do you think he spent every waking minute of the day practicing golf? You know, if you want to be the best in the world at something, you've got to be skewed. You've got to do it. I'd rather, instead of the word balance, I like the word, you know, harmony. There's a harmony to life, and if you're doing what you love, life is always in harmony. So, you know, I think that the biggest challenge when you're young is that you have so many other people giving you their opinion, and you assume that their opinion is valid based on their age rather than their actual experience. Go for people with experience. I've met people who are in their 20s who have more business experience than people in their 60s. So don't worry too much about that. It always comes back to the old saying of what other people think of me is none of my business. I think that one's a very powerful one. But, you know, ultimately, I love my business, so I'm happy to work on it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And when you're young and don't have a family, what better time to do it?
I totally agree with you, Brad. We're working on this movie right now, and just sitting in my garden or on our terrace with a swimming pool reading a book would be so boring. I just love what I do day and night. So that's great. I totally agree with that. We have a question that is anonymous from somebody called Evergreen Trees. My question is, how do you increase margin and price when your competitors are offering equally as good product and service? So how do you create a niche in this situation?
So there's several different ways to do that. Obviously, you have to be somewhat unique. If you take a look at that, I mean, that would be asking Ralph Lauren, how did you create a polo shirt that's worth 10 times as much as a plain polo shirt without your brand on it? Branding is obviously one thing, you know, building a brand, building a reputation. In small business, we start by doing that by winning awards, entering awards and winning awards. We do that with publicity in many ways. That's step one. Step two is often a guarantee of some sort. You know, most businesses aren't willing to offer a guarantee, but once you do offer a guarantee, price becomes less relevant than any other aspect of it. So find your uniqueness is one and build it into a brand in some way. Second is offer a guarantee of some sort that others in the marketplace don't. Like at Action Coach, we offer the guarantee of, if we don't make people their money back, we'll work for them for free. It's a very clear guarantee written on our website type thing. And that's very powerful. The third way is to actually find, I guess it's simple, be better at sales and marketing than the other guy. If you look at, I go back to one of the greatest ever books I read on marketing was My Life in Advertising and Scientific Advertising, written by Claude Hopkins back in the 1920s. And when Claude Hopkins wrote that book, it was like, wow, this is phenomenal. And he told the story of Schlitz beer, where because he wrote a better marketing piece, people believed Schlitz was far more natural than anyone else. If you're better at marketing and better at sales, you can often tell your story in a way that no one else can. Sales is often a very big part of that. Your salespeople need to be able to present you in a light that works differently. But I'll give you a day-to-day example of that. One of my clients is real estate agents, and literally when you call a realtor to ask them to come and list your house for sale, most of them don't send you anything. We taught these people to be able to send a really amazing information pack, so that as soon as someone got off the phone with them, they would send the information pack. It would arrive that very same day by a courier. And what do you think that person thought? That real estate agent is a far better agent than any others, because they did some marketing that actually put them head and shoulders above the rest. So do you have testimonial videos? Do you have clients? So your clients can outsell you any day of the week. If you've got clients that love you, then their videos will outsell you every day of the week and take you out of price competition and put you into a unique position in the marketplace.
By the way, meantime, the anonymous person revealed themselves. It's Stefan. Then, question from Margie. What is a key marketing tactic to drive people to attend seminars, workshops, and so on?
Seminars and workshops are getting harder and harder to fill for one simple reason. People are being more and more guarded with their time. So sometimes one of the things you can do is actually do a two-step offer, where instead of just asking them to your seminar, actually invite them to download a white paper or a workbook or an e-book or a video or an audio program first, and help them build some credibility with you. And then second stage is invite them to the seminar. Second thing is, the number one way to fill seminars is actually through referrals and alliances. So having someone recommended, or imagine for all of you, you go to seminars when a friend of yours says to you, wow, that was a great seminar, you should really go. Referrals is the fastest way to build it, but you can do referrals on a massive scale when you find either businesses or clubs or organizations that have a database similar to the one you're looking for that refer their people to it. I still am a firm believer in giving people tickets, actual hard tickets to the seminar, so that they actually have something in their hand to present when they arrive. People feel uncomfortable coming somewhere where they don't really know where they're going or what they're going for. Emails prior to it, reminding them to attend, is a very important part of it. But very simply put, all of that is of no benefit if the seminar is not targeted to the right audience with the right message. Test different messages, test different seminar events, different titles, different ways of presenting the material, different headlines. Update the material so it's more relevant to today, to topics that are newsworthy, etc. That is a very important aspect of keeping seminars full.